Buckle up, folks, as we delve headfirst into the gripping journey of Charles Leclerc, the prodigy from Monaco, who's swept us all off our feet with his commitment to the iconic Italian team Ferrari. Amidst whispers of a potential move to Mercedes or Aston Martin, Charles has reaffirmed his unwavering dedication to his team, making it clear that his heart beats for Ferrari's Prancing Horse and his eyes are set on securing a world championship title with them. The bond between Leclerc and Ferrari is one of deep-rooted respect and affection, with ties going back to his early career and his close relationship with the late Jules Bianchi, a promising Ferrari junior driver and his godfather. Adding to this is Leclerc's special connection with Italy, a country he spent a significant amount of his life in and has grown to call home, even mastering the language. Now, it's no secret that Ferrari has been struggling with certain challenges, including a drop in engine performance and some strategic errors. However, this only seems to have strengthened Leclerc's resolve to persevere and restore the team's former glory. Despite facing the brunt of these difficulties and an unpredictable car with a lack of front grip, Charles has demonstrated his exceptional skill and adaptability by clinching victory in 3 of the first 4 races of the 2022 season. His fighting spirit continues to shine bright even in the face of a formidable opponent like Max Verstappen. This epic tale of Leclerc's unwavering commitment to Ferrari and his faith in their future success is a testament to his character and resilience. It's this level of dedication and belief that make us certain Charles Leclerc will remain a key figure in Ferrari's journey towards a victorious comeback. Easy there, race fans. I'm George, your host for today's special episode on the F1 Motor Fever podcast channel. I'm sure you're used to hearing our ace presenter Enzo's voice around this time, but on Thursday mornings like this, it's me who gets to share the cockpit with you all. I'm not flying solo today, though, no sir. By my side is the ever-observant William, a voice like no other in the world of Formula One commentary, here to help us steer through the intriguing world of our favorite sport.
Pleasure to be here, George. I'm ready to dive into the fascinating journey of Charles Leclerc, just like our listeners.
That's what we like to hear, William. As you all know, our regular broadcasts go live at 1500 and 1900 hours every day. But these Thursday specials, these are a different breed. We get to dig deeper into the epic and historic, bringing you, our esteemed audience, some exclusive Formula One content. So, if you enjoy our work and don't want to miss out on any thrilling content, hit that subscribe button, get those notifications going, drop us a comment, and share these episodes with your friends and family. Your support goes a long way in keeping this channel running and thriving. Today's subject is one close to my heart, the story of a young racing prodigy, his unwavering dedication to his team, and the enduring bond between a driver and his team, Charles Leclerc and Ferrari. So, if you're a fan of compelling stories, mesmerizing races, or just Formula One in general, stick with us because we've got a lot to share. Full throttle, hold tight, off we go. Felipe, Vicente, would you do the honors and play the jingle, please? So, picking up where we left off, let's jump into this exclusive interview that our friends at BBC Sport had with the man of the hour, Charles Leclerc. Now, if you've been following the sport, you'll know that Leclerc is currently 6th in the driver's standings as we await this weekend's Italian Grand Prix.
Indeed, George. It's been a roller coaster of a journey for Leclerc and Ferrari over the past couple of years. There have been some tough moments, but through it all, Charles's commitment to the team remains unfaltering.
You hit the nail on the head there, William Turner. Despite the trials and tribulations, Leclerc's loyalty is absolute. He's even been quoted as saying, "I've always loved Ferrari, and I would love to stay." Now, that's the kind of passion that's rare to find these days.
It's definitely commendable, George. His affinity for Ferrari goes beyond the track. They've been a constant support, believing in him before he even got his start in F1. They gave him his shot, and he's not forgotten that.
Absolutely, William. And let's not forget, Leclerc has his eyes set on the prize. He's made no secret of his ambition to clinch the world champion title, but he's clear that he wants to do it with Ferrari. Even with the gap that Ferrari has to fill to reach Red Bull's level, Leclerc is undeterred. His priority is to win with Ferrari regardless of the obstacles on the way.
That's a true racer's spirit, George Watson. The challenges are part of the journey, and it's clear that Leclerc is ready to face them head-on. It will be interesting to see how this season unfolds.
Agreed, William. It's a fascinating chapter in the tale of Ferrari and Charles Leclerc, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. After all, it's the unexpected twists and turns that make Formula One the thrilling sport that it is. Now, as we delve deeper into Leclerc's journey, we find that he's now in his 6th season in F1. Over the years, he's established himself as a top contender in the sport, a force to reckon with on the track. Naturally, given Ferrari's current situation, there's been plenty of speculation about his future. Rumors have been rife about a possible move to Mercedes, while Aston Martin is also believed to be keen on courting the young driver.
That's right, George. 6 seasons in, and he's already creating such a buzz. But what's interesting here is the concerns some in the sport have expressed about Leclerc's situation at Ferrari. There are those who fear that he might meet the same fate as Fernando Alonso, a supremely talented driver who, unfortunately, couldn't secure a competitive car from Ferrari, eventually losing faith and leaving the team prematurely. Does Charles have any concerns about this?
That's a good question, William. The comparison with Alonso's journey is certainly a thought-provoking one. Then there's also the historical parallel drawn with Gilles Villeneuve, who, like Leclerc, was known not just for his incredible speed and awe-inspiring qualifying laps, but also his straightforward and honest personality. But here's the thing. When asked whether he's worried his career might follow a similar trajectory, Leclerc's response is a resounding, absolutely not.
So despite these comparisons and the undeniable challenges Ferrari is facing, it seems that Leclerc's faith in his team is unshakable.
Indeed, William. It's this unflinching dedication and belief in his team that truly sets Leclerc apart. He's not just a racing driver, but a symbol of resilience and loyalty. Even amidst the trials and tribulations, he's committed to working with Ferrari, improving the team, and aspiring to achieve greatness. Now, the word on the pit lane is that Ferrari shares the same level of commitment to Leclerc as he does to them. There's even talk that they're already planning their future together beyond 2024, with a new contract seemingly inevitable.
That certainly echoes Charles's unwavering loyalty, George. But he's also said that there haven't been any serious talks about a new contract just yet.
That's right, William. In his own words, Leclerc says, "There are some jokes here and there, but no serious talks yet." It seems he's not in a rush either. He believes that Ferrari's priority at this moment isn't to sign him, but to focus all energy on developing the best race car as quickly as possible.
So it seems the focus is currently more on the present than the future.
Yes, William. The primary focus is on the current season, but Leclerc has confidence that contract talks will happen at some point, probably a bit later on.
His patience and understanding show his deep commitment to the team, doesn't it, George?
Absolutely, William. It's a testament to his character and a reflection of the special connection he has with Ferrari. His bond with the team goes beyond just being a driver. It's rooted in a shared history, one that involves the late Jules Bianchi, who was Leclerc's godfather and a Ferrari junior driver being groomed for a future at Maranello. It's these connections, this shared history, that truly fortifies Leclerc's relationship with Ferrari. Leclerc's journey with Ferrari is indeed a heartfelt one. In 2014, when his family was struggling to fund his racing career, Ferrari and his manager, Nicolas Tot, offered their support. This level of backing and belief is what shaped Leclerc's deep-rooted bond with the team.
A classic case of loyalty begets loyalty, I'd say.
You're spot on, William. It's this connection, this special bond that makes him such a crowd favorite. You know, I was at the Italian Grand Prix a few years back, and the support that Leclerc got from the Tifosi was nothing short of phenomenal. It was clear that they absolutely adore him.
Ah, there you go again, George, living vicariously through your escapades at the Italian Grand Prix.
Hey now! It's not living vicariously if I was actually there, William.
My apologies, George. I forgot you're our man on the ground, always soaking up the atmosphere at these events. But back to Leclerc. His connection with Italy does seem very profound.
It's all right, William Turner. And yes, Leclerc does share a special relationship with Italy. He's practically fluent in Italian, and he's spent a significant part of his life in the country, next to Monaco. It's not surprising that he feels almost part Italian. He certainly won the hearts of the people there, and his dedication to Ferrari only strengthens this bond. Despite the love and admiration from the fans, the road hasn't always been smooth for Leclerc and Ferrari. Towards the end of his first season in 2019, Ferrari found themselves under the scrutiny of the FIA, the governing body. Allegedly, their engine hadn't been run within the rules at all times, leading to a confidential agreement between them.
That's right, George. It's worth noting that Ferrari has always denied this. However, the subsequent drop in engine performance was quite telling and contributed to the team's worst season for 40 years in 2020.
And then came 2021, a year of change, a year of hope. Ferrari seemed to be on the uptick, entering the era of new ground effect regulations with renewed spirit. 2022 started off with a bang, with Ferrari boasting the fastest car and Leclerc bagging 3 wins out of the first 4 races, posing a significant challenge to Max Verstappen.
That certainly brought back the Ferrari we know and love. But then, the season took an unexpected turn, didn't it?
Oh, it sure did, William. The season imploded at an astonishing pace.
You know, I hadn't really considered how much of a roller coaster Charles's journey with Ferrari has been. You've certainly given me a fresh perspective, George.
Yes, it's certainly been a journey of highs and lows, William, but that's part of what makes Formula One so compelling. The thrill of the race, the unpredictability, and the unshakable determination of drivers like Leclerc, it's all part of the magic of this sport. Ferrari's journey has been quite the roller coaster, hasn't it, William? After a series of strategic errors and reliability issues that cost Leclerc 3 potential victories, Red Bull just seemed to shift gears and leave Ferrari trailing behind.
Indeed, George Watson. And just when Ferrari were hoping to learn from their mistakes and mount a serious title challenge in 2023, Red Bull moved the goalposts yet again, further distancing themselves.
Absolutely, William. The Ferrari has shown flashes of speed in qualifying, and Leclerc, alongside Lewis Hamilton, is the only driver outside of Red Bull to set a pole position. But the handling of the car has been a challenge at times, often causing the team to fall backwards during the races.
So the question is, how did it end up like this?
Well, according to Leclerc, it's a case of Ferrari not being ambitious enough with their new car. He explains that when they first tested the car, it performed as expected, and they anticipated a significant improvement.
But it seems Red Bull outdid them once again.
Indeed, William. Red Bull took not just 1, but 2 steps forward, especially in the races. Leclerc admits that the performance was just not up to par from Ferrari's side and suggests that their targets may not have been the right ones. Quite a candid assessment, wouldn't you say, William?
Absolutely, George. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it also shows the level of resilience and self-awareness within the team. It will be interesting to see how Ferrari bounce back from this.
Ferrari's targets were established under former team principal Mattia Binotto, who unfortunately didn't get to witness the outcome of his decisions as he lost his position at the end of last year.
That's right, George. And stepping into Binotto's shoes is Frédéric Vasseur, a starkly different character with a background in racing, not engineering.
Vasseur is well seasoned in the realm of Formula One, having worked with Renault, Sauber, and now Ferrari. But his journey with Leclerc goes back quite a bit. Leclerc claimed the GP3 title driving for Vasseur's art team back in 2016, and they've been together since then.
That's an interesting bit of history, George.
Indeed, William. Leclerc has full faith in Vasseur's ability to transform Ferrari back into a competitive force. However, this season has been an uphill battle for both of them. They started off with a car that wasn't just lacking in speed, but was also incredibly challenging to handle.
Yes, I recall seeing either Leclerc or Carlos Sainz, his teammate, frequently struggling to control their wayward cars during the early part of the season. It's been a testing time for Team Ferrari.
Leclerc is well known for his ability to handle a car with a loose rear end. That's his preferred driving style. But even with his skill, he's found this season's car quite challenging to control.
How so, George?
You see, William, Leclerc enjoys cars with a tendency to oversteer, something that has been a characteristic in his career. However, this year's car is not just oversteery, but also highly unpredictable. It's been largely affected by wind direction more than their competitors.
To be honest, George, I didn't really follow. Could you explain it differently?
Absolutely, William Turner. Imagine you're driving around a circuit, and at some point, you're bound to be driving against the wind. Now, this can be especially tricky if your car is unstable and unpredictable. It was almost impossible for Leclerc to anticipate how the car would react, making it a very uncomfortable driving situation.
Ah, I see. It can be quite unnerving when the car isn't behaving the way you expect it to.
Exactly. William. Even though Ferrari has improved the car since the start of the season, this limitation still persists. Leclerc had to adjust the car setup in a way that he didn't really prefer just to cope with its erratic behavior. He had to dial in a lack of front grip and deal with quite a bit of understeer, which didn't really fit his driving style.
That sounds like quite a challenge, George. It must have been a tough season for Leclerc.
Speaking of reliable sources, I came across some interesting tidbits on BBC Sport's Formula One section while doing some research. The article titled "I'd Love to Stay, Leclerc on Ferrari Dream" was posted on the 31st of August, 2023. Unfortunately, the author's name wasn't mentioned. William, you're familiar with BBC Sport, I presume.
Yes, I am, George Watson. It's one of the most trusted platforms for sports news. You know, cross-referencing information from reliable sources like BBC Sport is crucial in our field, and our listeners appreciate that due diligence.
Couldn't agree more, William. Now, let's dive back in. Leclerc and his team have been working diligently to overcome the issues plaguing their car. They've made significant progress, but there are still improvements to be made, especially in terms of overall performance.
It hasn't been a smooth run for them, has it?
Not quite, William. This season has seen Leclerc out-qualify his teammate Sainz less frequently than in the past. Last year, Leclerc was leading by nearly a ratio of 3-1. This year, he's only narrowly ahead, even though his average pace advantage over Sainz has remained pretty much the same, around 0.125 seconds a lap.
That's a minute difference, George.
It is, William. The Dutch Grand Prix last weekend further highlighted the struggle that both Ferrari and Leclerc are facing with the difficult car. Leclerc ended up crashing during qualifying, again complaining the car had not done what he expected.
That does sound like quite the ordeal, George.
It has been, William, and despite the series of incidents, no one could claim this has been his best season. However, Leclerc insists he's happy with it overall, even though it's a season where a good race often goes unnoticed because they're a bit in the middle of nowhere.
It sounds like Leclerc has been resilient throughout this challenging season.
Indeed, William. His highs this season have been just as impressive as ever, showing that he's got plenty of potential left to tap into. Despite the challenges Leclerc has faced this season, there have been some exceptional moments. He had strong race drives in Belgium, Austria, Canada, and Bahrain. In fact, just before he had to retire due to an engine failure in Bahrain, he was running third.
That's quite a feat, George Watson.
Indeed, William. But the true highlight of Leclerc's season was undoubtedly Azerbaijan. Despite having a car that was unpredictable and especially sensitive to the wind, he managed to put it on pole on a street circuit in a place that's aptly nicknamed the Windy City. He was more than 0.8 seconds faster than Sainz in qualifying for the race, and nearly 0.6 seconds ahead in the sprint shootout.
That's impressive, George.
It truly was. William Turner. Leclerc himself said that it was a huge surprise. He found a good balance with the car, and even used the walls of the street circuit to his advantage. This resulted in a double pole, which was an unexpected but welcome result for them.
And how did the race in Baku turn out?
In the actual race, Leclerc says everything was a bit back to normal, with Red Bull taking the lead. However, he still managed a strong third place. And that's the silver lining, William. Despite the hurdles, Leclerc continues to demonstrate his quality as a driver.
I couldn't agree more, George. Even in the face of adversity, there's always a glimmer of hope. Leclerc's optimism and determination are truly commendable.
It's been a tough season for all drivers, especially Leclerc, who was going toe-to-toe with Verstappen just over a year ago. It must be challenging to enter a race knowing that one car, and particularly one rival, seems almost unbeatable.
It's indeed a tough mental hurdle to overcome, George.
Absolutely, William. But Leclerc has a unique perspective on this. He says, and I quote, "As strange as it can sound, whenever I put my helmet on, I still feel like the victory is possible."
That's an admirable mindset, George Watson.
It is, William. He goes on to say, "Whenever I am home training, or when I am in the car, winning is what motivates me, and it never feels unachievable." Leclerc is fully aware that realistically, if nothing happens to them, they'll be in a league of their own come Sunday, but he never loses faith. When he closes that visor, he truly believes a win is still possible.
And that's the spirit of a real champion, George.
Indeed, William. He reaffirms, "A win is still possible, and I will always give absolutely everything for the win. So there is no lack of motivation whatsoever." what a testament to his determination and fighting spirit.
Absolutely, George. This season might not be his best, but his attitude truly embodies his passion for the sport.
What an exciting ride it's been, folks. Thank you all for tuning in to F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've explored the highs and lows of Charles Leclerc's current season and the extraordinary resilience and determination he exemplifies. Remember, your engagement helps keep our engines running, so don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments section. And of course, help spread the word about our channel.
Absolutely, George. You never know who might become a Formula One enthusiast after listening to our podcast. We're live every day at 1500 hours and 1900 hours with a special episode every Thursday morning. Don't miss it.
And a special shout out to our listener Enzo. We know you're going to enjoy this episode. We also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our technical team, Felipe and Vicente. You're the unsung heroes behind our podcast.
Indeed, George Watson. The next episode is already in the pits being finely tuned. So until then, let's keep the conversation going and the Formula One love flowing.
Absolutely, William. As we always say, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold. Roll the jingle!